Now, the T20 World Cup 2026 edition is less than 10 days away. But there is still no clarity on Pakistan's participation in the 20-team tournament, which begins on February 7. The Pakistan Cricket Board chairman, Mohsin Naqvi, has repeatedly threatened to pull out of the event after the ICC's decision to show Bangladesh the door for refusing to travel to India due to security reasons. After the Bangladesh Cricket Board decided against travelling to India, the ICC made the harsh decision to replace Bangladesh with Scotland in Group C. Amid the ongoing standoff between the ICC and PCB, Iceland Cricket, known for its playful jabs on social media, once again took a humorous stance on the issue, and the official handle minced no words in taking pot shots at the ICC, PCB and even Scotland Cricket. Iceland Cricket joked that the team would not be able to replace Pakistan even if the ICC asked them, as it is just too late now, saying they're not like Scotland, which can come at the last minute and replace another team. So this, of course, viewers, is the latest that's coming in, and we'll be shortly joined by Shekhar Vijayan, sports commentator. He's with me at the moment. Shekhar, welcome. And we're less than 10 days from the T20 World Cup, and yet Pakistan's participation is still unclear. How damaging is this uncertainty for the credibility of the tournament?
I think, Vaishali, it's extremely damaging. And I think Pakistan's credibility was at an all-time low. Now, you cannot get lower than this. It can only be negative. And I think what Iceland has done is provided much needed relief and very interesting banter. They have also hinted that if Pakistan moves out, then, Uganda is an interesting choice. And, so they have not lost this as a humor at all. But I think in terms of Pakistan or in terms of Bangladesh, this entire, tamasha which they did, Pakistan in terms of trying to instigate Bangladesh and, also now doing this, this on-off policy with India, where they're telling that they will either play with India, and if they play, they will have these black armbands, and then they'll play it like a political protest. So it really makes no sense. Pakistan has got some other agenda in mind. They don't want to play cricket. They know that if they play cricket, they would lose because they're not a great opposition to play with, first of all. The second thing is they want to use this cricket canvas or the cricket ground as a place for them to propagate their political game, which is the wrong thing to do. The T20 World Cup, like I've always maintained, is a World Cup where 12 leading nations come in and play the best cricket, and for all the players to showcase their talent. While Pakistani Cricket Board is more interested in making it political, is more interested in trying to, upstage India, is more interested in trying to show that the World Cup is about them and nobody else. And it just reflects how immature, how childish, how churlish, and how inferior they are to other countries. I think from day one, they've always had a big inferiority complex with respect to India. And they thought if they could, try to put India under the bus or Bangladesh under the bus by doing this, it would work for them. But actually, it works the other way around. Everybody has got to know what Pakistan is about, how amateurish they are and how childish they are. And I don't think anybody would want to engage with Pakistan in terms of cricket, would want to play cricket with them. Because they don't seem very, very reliable. They don't seem very consistent. Every day they keep changing their statements. Their cricket board does not really know what to do. And they have no reliable answers to go for. They're just doing this, I think, to just buy time, because they know that, I think by 7th of Feb, the World Cup starts. And they want to make sure that, they play to create trouble before that. They don't understand the fact that the World Cup is not about them. It's not about India. It's not about Sri Lanka. It's about a lot of countries participating together. And when you have countries participating together, you have different venues, different commentary teams, different broadcasting teams. There is logistics. There are, different grounds. There are a lot of things which have to be handled. And now everything is decided, a few months in advance. It does not change a few days. So even if, Pakistan wants, they cannot just change venues as per their whim and fancy. And that's the reason why the ICC governing body is there. So the ICC really has to take a firm stand here and, tell Pakistan or even tell Bangladesh that enough is enough. There's a World Cup which is at stake. You have to play the World Cup. If you don't play the World Cup, you have to pay a fine, which I'm sure Pakistan cannot afford, knowing the kind of doldrums they are in. And that's why they're doing all these, childish things, and which has caught the fancy of countries like Iceland, which has got a very cheeky sense of humor. I think it's what Iceland has done. It's very cheeky, and it's just banter at the best, and it just goes to show the credibility of Pakistan, that Pakistan has become everybody's favorite punching bag, and it's purely for the fault of theirs. As long as they just don't focus on cricket, and they focus on religion, and fun. And they focus on religion. They focus on mixing religion with sports. This is what is going to happen to them. They become a country which nobody wants to go to. Nobody wants to engage with them, and they are very inconsistent. And from what we've seen in the last 45 days to the last 1 month, this has always been the case. Pakistan has not been very reliable in terms of giving a very straightforward answer. And in a T20 World Cup, you want to make sure you put your best foot forward. One feels for the players because the players do not know whether they're playing or not playing, and they've not had practice matches also. And if they have had practice matches, it only happen in Pakistan. So how will they really play the game? And that's also important because they're not a very strong opposition now as compared to earlier. So the days of Pakistan-India rivalry is gone, and it's now no longer about Pakistan-India. It's about Pakistan versus Pakistan. So Pakistan is, I think, on a mission to emulate themselves. They're on a mission to just, to do something to themselves. And they are on I think they are on a death wish. It looks like that because the way the board is going around doing things, the way the board is taking decisions, which is very, very inconsistent. Today they're telling they will play. Tomorrow they're saying they will not play. The World Cup does not operate in that manner. You're not playing a children's tournament. Even a children's tournament has got more professionalism than this. Pakistan, in one word, is unprofessional. It's very churlish, very childish, very amateurish, very inconsistent. And I think the credibility is not only at all-time low, if I would say it's even very, very negative. And I don't think any country would want to engage with them in matters of cricket, at least right now.
All right, Shekhar, thank you for joining me on the broadcast. Now, the ongoing feud between tech billionaires Vinod Khosla and Elon Musk